Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Wake Forest's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball.
Afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Yankee Blue.
Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll run this one off right tackle. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wake!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that. And
the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Miami's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well.
Taking a shot on the first play. And that ball is picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. A first down for the offense.
42, Spider. Reload.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He leaves it with his back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Demon Deacons in the hurry-up.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he will score! Touchdown, Demon Deacons!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Coming after it. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got it down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Powell. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd.
Fire!
He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cabrera. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kane.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And they're able to get him down. And the Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up. Goes to the option. Now the bench. They'll finally make the tackle. Was executed to perfection.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last run,
gets away from one, finds room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Clear!
On the move. Touchdown, David Deacon. Getting set for the point after. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands because when he's got it, man, he can kill it.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He puts a lot of air under it down down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Quarterback on the keeper. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Demon Deacons are in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Pulls and fires complete. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Corners are going to bail. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second.
Got it.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it.
325. Oh.
The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He smashes his way through again. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Movement here from the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the second time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so call it no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Powell. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, and those types of routes, they say, if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that.
snaps it in the shotgun. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. They're going to throw it again. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on third down? Trying to punch it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job on the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. They move the tight end all over. They'll run play action, looking to buy time. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and when I take the Miami linebackers, he's a bit of a sore subject. He played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year. In college, I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And that big gainer on the last one has been threatening from inside the 10. To the air. It's Powell. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and goal coming up here.
Here we go. 6. Go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a stop for this defense. What a tremendous play. They're going to open this drive with a pass.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting their QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Had nowhere to go. Couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right?
Lofts one high and deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, King!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
42 Spider.
Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've only given up 3 sacks. They're going to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The give from the gun. The pirouette on the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Back to throw, it's Powell. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. You've got this guy's ability at that position. Quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback adapted. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Demon Deacons will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so his first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. As always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of driving back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What I do, go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire now on second down. Getting some heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, they'll run it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Demon Deacons will fire away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for, they rolled the dice ball, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just willed his way through a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Powell. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just go...
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
He's back to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? if I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. Off play action. Gonna let it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams to get some push.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fakes the grab on the left. Here comes this whole crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The option look. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. That is no good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line.
Lasso!
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down before taking punishment. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, King! And the route is on.
The quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Dropping back, it's Powell. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Salt into a move, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 8 over Georgia State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Rolls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This time on target. The ball's free. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Powell. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. On the move, it's Wood.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. The Hurricanes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you've got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. He's going to look for a man on third and short. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the pummeling has started. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead.
Say about this offense, one of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It's caught downfield. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
Using him out of the slot. He has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finds a little space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I make this pass and run it up the gut, or I can throw it and spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Got a man. It's Parker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The aerial assault continues. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
On the ready?
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. The defense better do something about it.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to force it.
And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break up of football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Complete on the shuffle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
Black 24. Black 24.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, they convert. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
On the set.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.